Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Lee. This is JLeesCorner. This is our review for Season 5, Episode 1 of Greenleaf. And let me get it out, y'all. She changes everything. Ever since May said that in Season 3, honey, it sticks with me. Okay, and y'all know this is a series finale season. Okay, yes, they are going to do a spinoff, but we have no details yet on the spinoff of the show. But Greenleaf, this is the last season. You know, they brought up how they always planned it to be 5 seasons. They had a start and an end, but because the show was so popular, they're going to do a spinoff within something we don't know yet. Okay, but let's get started to see it. If you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird, dun, and all that goodness and stuff. We have to do what, y'all? Inhale, exhale, okay? Inhale, exhale. You have to relax, relate, release, and center yourself because we know it has been crazy round here, okay? Now, do not forget that you can also like this video. Hit the like button, please, and thank you. You can comment in the comment section. Go ahead and do that. Have a whole conversation. And you can share it on your social media. Hit share to your Facebook, to your Twitter. Thank you very much, okay? You can also follow me on IG and on Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. Now, let's get started. So, we see at the church, we see Bishop and Grace. Okay, Bishop and Grace is at the church because the church is being cleaned out. Okay, they didn't clean out the church. They dragging the crosses out. They throwing Bishop's pictures and stuff. I'm like, why is y'all mishandling all the stuff in there? We know Hope and Harmony is going to tear down the church. Okay, and I'm like, no. So Grace, like, why are we here? Like, why do you want to be here seeing all this? Grace. Something you have to be here. You have to be there when something passes away, or else you could think it could come back. You have to see it with your own eyes, okay? Because when you don't believe something's really gone and you think it can come back, it prevents you from seeing what God is gonna do next. I say, come on, Bishop, with a whole word in the beginning of the girl. Won't you do it? Okay. So as he looking, he see them tearing up stuff and dragging crosses across the ground. Like, you know what? Let's go ahead and get up out of here. Okay, now back at the house. Lady at the house, honey, she's fasting so she can get closer to God and hear what he wants her to do. You know what I'm saying? We got the mail, like, let me put some lemon or something in that water. No, okay, I have to just hear what God is telling me. We then see Aaron stop by, Aaron, who was Grace's real brother, stop by to chit chat or whatever. We then see Charity walk through, and May was like, here she go, okay? The traitor to the whole family. And then she leaves because we know when we do not like Charity right now. We are still pissed with Charity. I would have put her ass out a long time ago. So we see Lady May, we see Aaron, we see, Grace and Bishop. Now, before Bishop and Grace walked in, Lady May was telling Aaron, I don't even want that old church no more. I think I'm done with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that old church, but I got to figure out what we want to do. And when Grace and Bishop came in, we see the Bishop still upset at May because Lady May was going to work with Bob Newhart. I don't think it's that name Newhart for, but I call him Bob Newhart. Bob Newhart was a Bob Hope. I don't know. But, Bishop upset because, Lady May was going to work with him at the church. And he is still like, why would you do that? We had to be a whole united front. And you was willing to go work there behind my back. Okay? So he's just a little bit, so he's not talking to me all the way. So we then see that the reason Aaron stopped by was to talk to Grace and Aaron, okay? Because we know that AJ, who was Grace's son. Now we know AJ was accused, he did it, of robbing a CVS or Walgreens or some kind of pharmacy. But Aaron, they found the person who robbed the place, or at least they think they found the guy who robbed the place or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? So, AJ's case is, closed. He don't have nothing to worry about. But Grace and A looking like, who was it? Who did that? Okay, who do they think did it? And it's this guy. Now, if we recall, this is the guy we seen at the end of season 4, and we kept saying, who was he? Was he a spirit? Was he God? Who was this man walking up to Grace at Faith's gravesite? Who was this man? So the guy ends up being shot and killed while robbing a pharmacy. And so they assume he's the same person who robbed the pharmacy, that we know that it was AJ who did it. So AJ like, well, dang, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of not sitting too well with him right now. It's not sitting too well. And he looked perturbed, and Grace looks perturbed, because they both know it's not true. So for them, they feel like, well, dang, this person is now dead and he ain't do it. But I feel like, he was dead regardless, because he was shot and killed during the whole other robbery or whatever. What you gonna do? Ain't nothing you can do about that, okay? And so, wow, y'all okay? Like, y'all want me to have the case open back up? They're like, no, it's okay, it's fine, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'll talk to AJ, he'll be fine. Because AJ didn't got up and walked away, because he just, he like, I don't know what to do. Because he feels guilty that this person didn't die for a crime he did. Well, stop committing crimes, AJ. Stop doing that, okay? Now, we then see, Chlamydia having Karissa. Chlamydia having Karissa is telling Jacob how, that will that I showed you right there. That's proof that your parents probably killed that old lady who owned this house, and they killed her so they can get this house for the low, because your Uncle Mac, who's a whole crook and pedophile, this bad, he was a bad person. But because the Mac was the one who, executed, is it executed? Girl, he signed the paperwork, okay? He did that. He set it all up. She's saying how that's proof that it was some foul play going on. He like, this is not no proof, so whatever. Who did you even get this from? Was it your Latin lover? The one who gave you chlamydia? She's like, doesn't matter. He's like, well, that means that's where you got it from. He's like, you know what? What do you want? Why is you showing me? It's like, what do you want from me? I want you to make sure that you take care of me in this divorce. I want you to make sure that I have the best, turn out for any lady here in the state or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I want what I want. And if you don't do it, then, just watch what happens. He was like, whatever. Get you a lawyer, you know what I'm saying? Make your demand dirty coochie, because I ain't got time for the bullshit. We don't need multiple lawyers. Get one lawyer, okay? Because I ain't about to waste that damn penny of my money on your ass. And he gets up and he leaves out. Oh, dirty coochie ass girl. Ooh, she made me so mad. When Jacob was cheating, yes, he was cheating, but he ain't bring her back no disease. Anyway, Jacob leaves, and as he leaves, he sees Aaron leaving the house as well. So he shows Aaron the will, asking Aaron, like, does this look like it could be ground for somebody, like, to do an investigation over some shady actions or whatever? He like, well, it's not like proof that your parents or that anybody, that somebody did something wrong. He said, however, you really would want to see the will before this one to see if it can be caused to draw up some kind of conclusion that somebody, was in cahoots to get something, okay? Like if the old will say the Greenleafs get nothing, they don't get nothing. I don't want them to have nothing. But the will that you put forth gave you everything. That's gonna say that you did some things. So you would need to see the old will or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And I just hope whoever's threatening you with this little will or whatever, I hope y'all can work it out. He like, I don't think so, but thanks for the prayers. Because it's Karissa. We know we don't like Karissa. Now, I don't get the point. Sophia and Zora. Is it Zora? I think it's Zora. They the kids or whatever. They be giving us these itty bitty tidbits. I'm like, I don't be caring that much. So we see Sophia was running up whatever, and she called her little boyfriend. That's her little boyfriend, the little basketball player dude or whatever. And we found out that Zora and his ex-girlfriend is still real buddy, real cool, and old girl still live on the grounds of the Greenleaf estate. I'm like, I would have put her ass out immediately. Okay, we is family. She ain't family. She got to go. So, but he tell her how, you can come over later, She's like, okay, well, you got to figure out, like, why, what's going on with y'all, because, again, she keep being mean to me, and I ain't did shit to her. I don't even know that girl. He said, okay, I'll work it out. So when she comes over in this little scene or whatever, and he get there, he like, oh, hey. And she's like, what's wrong with you? And they turn and look. The ex-girlfriend is in the house. I say, girl, What is going on here? Now, she told him, y'all need to figure that out. So she told, like, look, I'm not mad, I'm hurt. Okay, I'm hurt. But, you know what I'm saying, I get that when you break up with somebody, sometimes, relationships don't end so easily. So I'll do whatever. I'll talk to you later, and then she leaves. I mean, she's upset, but she on cause no scene. I would like, you can't talk to her on the phone. You can't Zoom call her. You can't FaceTime her while she here in the kitchen sitting up there looking all sad. Ain't y'all broken? You know what I'm saying? But he like, we not back together, whatever. We just have to talk. I would still say she got to go. We can have a three-way conversation because I want to know what y'all saying. I'm just joking. But again, she's allowing him to either end that or figure it out before they go any further. I'm like, but if you already banged some girl, don't bang him again. So we then see Charity at the church, and she's upset with good old Phil. You know what I'm saying? She's upset because, you know what I'm saying, she just sold out her family, betrayed her sister, slept with, fell on that couch, all for him to leave her for white Judy, okay? And not all she has is job as associate pastor at the church, which she don't even deserve, if you ask me. She do not deserve to be there preaching the word of God when she is not, she's not a saint or a sinner. She's not a good person. The way she went about this is not the way to do things when you're supposed to be preaching to people about being good and being godly. That ain't what you do, okay? Now, feel like, look, I know it's difficult or whatever, but I just hope that me and you can have a united front here at church to go talk to the workers, to the employees or whatever. Oh, it'll be a front, all right, and I hope that you and white Judy will be happy together forever. I'm like, how are you upset with him for picking Judy so that he could be pastor? You sold out and backstabbed your whole family just to be with him and to get a job there. He did the exact same thing you did. What goes around comes around. Okay, I thought I told you. Hey, and what she did was worse because he ain't even know her that long. Okay, so him betraying her ain't that bad because she don't know that man that much. You been with your family your whole life. You backed up your whole family over new dick. Girl, bye. You know what I'm saying? And then we see freaking frat, Charity and Pastor Paul. Is it Paul? Phil? Whatever. Pastor P, okay? Pastor P up there shucking and jiving to the board. Because again, we're gonna have a good old church time. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be preaching, I'm gonna be preaching or whatever. I'm like shucking and jiving. But you can see the black members is like, what is going on here? Like, it's something don't seem right. And again, they're tearing down the church. So they like, we didn't agree to have this whole, united front for Hope and Harmony to join with Calvary. And now Hope and Harmony is going to tear the church down. That ain't what we wanted. It is not what we wanted. But they still say, we'll be in church. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And then feel like, what are you doing? Are you trying to act up? She's like, look, okay, your great white hoe, her words, not mine. When your great white hoe shows up, she can preach about whatever she wants to her white sheep, about white snow and white flowers and white whatever. Until then, when it's this black congregation, it's gonna be me. Okay? It's gonna be me. I'm like, it's a whole mess. It is a whole mess. Now we do see Charity go back to her office or whatever, and she's feeling mighty down. She's feeling that damn the dad. You know what I'm saying? She likes Sophia from The Color Purple. Like, damn, they rotting in jail. Damn, they rot to death. You know what I'm saying? Because she knows she did wrong or whatever, and she can't get out of it or whatnot. So in her office, she's just so sad. And then the choir director guy, who she's cool with or whatever, he come in to talk to her because he can see the writing on the wall, and this ain't the church he signed up for. Okay, what you want? It can't get no worse. What do you want? What's going on? She's like, calm down. I gotta tell you something. Okay, what is it? I have to quit. I did not work 20 years and get to where I am to be up here, shucking and driving for these white folk or whatever, and they finna burn the church down. Not burn the church down. They finna close the church down and tear it down or whatever, and have me, having a choir, singing, sugar, having a choir singing these, dumbass songs, basically, in a gymnasium. I can't do that. So it's worse. Now you're quitting. He's like, what are you crying for? What's wrong? I just wish I could quit. Well, you dug the whole Charity. You dug this whole sit down in it. We then see Grace. Grace go by to see Rick Fox. I have no idea what Rick Fox's name is on this show. I feel like they never say it. Is it Darius or Derek or Damon? I feel like it starts with a D, but I call him Rick Fox because that's who he is. So, she goes to see him because he's a reporter. And he like, oh, you just popping up now? She's like, I thought if I had called you, you wouldn't have saw me. Well, you're right, because I've been spending all these time, spending all these months trying to get over you or whatever. So, like, what's up? Well, I need a favor. He was like, okay, let's go have some coffee. And then, she wants him to look into the murder of the kid and also figure out who the kid is because, again, Aaron told her, like, this is his name or whatever, but it wasn't any info on the kid or whatnot. So she wants him to look into what's going on with that. Now, because again, this is the kid who walked up to her at Faith's grave, and she felt like, it can't be no coincidence that someone I saw, okay, is then charged with the robbery that my son was doing, and now it's teen too much or whatever. So he said, yeah, I'll look into that and I'll let you know. Now we then see Jacob. Jacob, after he was talking to Aaron, he made a phone call. He was like, Alexis, give me a call back. I'm like, who the fuck is Alexis? I'm like, what's going on there? And Alexis, right here, is actually the lady he was cheating on Karissa with in season 1. She was either like the secretary or she worked at the church. Okay, and he was having a whole full-fledged affair with that lady, and so but she got fired. Okay, and she's upset. Okay, because you got me fired from 2 jobs, got me put out of my own church home. I'm like, well, first of all, Alexis, you can't be banging the married pastor's son and assume that when it comes out, you're going to be able to stay in the church. That ain't how it happened. It ain't fair. No, but that's the risk you take when you sleeping with a married man who daddy is the pastor of that church. You can't be doing that or whatever. And not only that, we then see it's a little black little girl running around. She had a baby. I'm looking like, Jacob, that's your baby? What's going on? So he just keep looking at the girl like, what's going on? She like, what's going on? He's like, nothing. Is that his baby? Okay. And he's like, are you married? She's like, you don't see a ring. He's like, oh, okay. So is she yours? Yeah, is she mine? He was like, if she was, I wouldn't have kept her. I said, that's not nice. Girl, I mean, but hey, it's her body, her choice. But anyway, he's relieved to find out the little girl ain't his. I don't know if I believe the little girl ain't his. I think she could be lying just because she's still pissed at because she's pissed at Jacob, okay? Anyway, he tell her the reason he's there. And she was like offended when he said, I'm here because I need to know, if you know where Matt could have had his old records or whatever, because I need to look at into some things. I'm saying me and Karissa is getting divorced. I need to cross all my T's, dot all my I's, count all my zeros. And you know what I'm saying? I just need to know where's that's why you're here? I cannot believe you. I'm like, is that why you saying it ain't his baby? I don't know. Anyway, at first, she's like, I have no idea. People were upset with me. They thought that I knew what he was doing. I was just his assistant. You know what I'm saying? He never brought any of those girls to the church. I don't know. To the office. I did not know what he was doing. It wasn't no me. However, I do know he kept a little storage locker or whatever. I never went to it. Even after he died, I just didn't want to go there because I didn't want to go there and see what he could have possibly had there that could have made him be even more guilty than he already was, okay? But, that's what it was. And so she gives Jacob the information that he needs. And then Jacob was just looking at her. She's like, what? He's like, the way things ended, it wasn't what I had intended to happen when we first started messing around or whatever. She's like, I know. He's like, I screwed up, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry but that's not how I want things to end. And she's like, okay. And then she was like, okay, it's cool or whatever. And then he leaves. Now he leaves. And he goes to the storage unit because again, Mac been dead at this point, for a little bit of time or whatever. So at that point, you can claim a storage unit that's unclaimed or whatnot. And he go there to get the storage unit, and it's a whole bunch of files, and it's all kind of stuff. It's gonna take a long time to sort through it all. So Jacob then pays the old bill, and asked to get 6 more months of time for the store because he don't want to move the stuff. It's too much stuff. So he like, I'll pay the old balance off or whatever, and I'll pay for 6 additional months to still have all the stuff here, which gives him time to go through it, to shift through it, or whatever, which is smart. Now we then see the oh no, I already talked about that part. So we then see Grace. Grace goes to talk to AJ, mainly because she can tell that he's kind of upset about the dude being accused of the robbery when he know he did it or whatever, because when they find out, like the police gonna find out that it wasn't him, and when they do, they're gonna come after me, and I'm gonna go back to jail. I just can't take it. Like, he's not able to accept that as of right now he's off the hook. And Grace, like, the police has closed the case. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, you're off the hook. And I don't want to keep, acting as if I'm not happy that you're, off the hook and that you are okay. You know what I'm saying? I just want you to understand that you're free. Because he has this things where I'm not free yet. I'm going to go back to jail. So he's always like just nervous. I kept thinking that he wasn't really her son, and that's why he keeps getting nervous or whatever. But, that ain't came out yet, so I don't know. But again, she's assuring him, like, you free now. We can be a family now. Like, we can even go out later, for a family dinner. Like, me, you, and Sophia. Because you free. And to celebrate, even though he did. She's like, we can't do nothing about that right now. But you have to, be okay with the fact that, you're free. He says, okay. And he smiles or whatever. And then she's like, okay, he feels better. And then she leaves. When she leaves, he looked distraught. Like, he looks like, oh my God, I can't believe, this. It's like, does he not believe that he's getting away with it? Like, we don't know what his sorrow is from. You know what I'm saying? It could be a plethora of things or whatever. He then starts packing the bag. As he always do, he pack a bag and he run. And he was about to leave, but he then stops and looks in the mirror, and he just looked like so scared, so shook, and so defeated. I'm like, what is going on with AJ, honey? What's happening? So we see that. So we then see, Bishop goes to talk to May. Mainly because, Clara and Misty from church, the old ladies from church or whatever, have come to him like, look, we did not know they was going to tear the church down. Why did Grace tell us to go through with having them in the church? Like, why would you do that? He like, well, no, it was a point. It was a part of a bigger plan that me and Meg were doing other stuff behind the scenes, but it didn't work. Okay, so she was doing that to make them think that she was on their side, and, it just did not work out or whatever. And they're like, we have to do something like this. We can't still be like, we can't, like, Clara said, I know white folk. I know some bad white folk. They is really bad white people. We can't do that. There's some Kens around there, okay? And so, I know what to do. I know. But first we had to pray. And he says a little prayer. So he goes and talks to May. Clara and Missy came and talked to me. And I realized what we need to do. He's like, what is it, James? What we gonna do, okay? The old seed of Calvary, was buried, but the new plant is ready to grow, okay? James, I can't take no nothing blow. I can't take it now. What did you talk about, James? Okay? He said, this is gonna be a day-by-day journey. You know what I'm saying? A day-by-day journey to take a step-by-step together, okay? To build a new church together. Okay, something new. Ever since I saw you preaching on Lady May Day, okay, a day with Lady May, she changes everything day. I hadn't been the same, you know what I'm saying? That heart attack, it really wasn't about, basic, whatever. It was just me not being right in my own spirit, you know what I'm saying? And I had not felt right in my spirit until I was praying with Misty and Clara. He said he realized, you know what I'm saying, it's no longer about me and you and what we want anymore. It's about the sheep and the flock or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We need to be leaders because H&H will never be that for them. And there's so many lost souls because the church is dwindling down. And so we have to, you know what I'm saying, do this for the church. We have to, be the leaders of the new church. Okay? Well, James, how can we gonna do that, James? How that's gonna happen, James? He said, well, the first step, okay, is for us to get up and go down to City Hall and get married. James, you so what? Are you great? Are you silly? No, at my age, it's called delirious, okay? No, dementia. However, no. And they hug and they kiss. And I'm like, okay. And he like, it's a sign from God on what we should do, because she'd been waiting for God to say what she would do, and so had he. So God came and spoke to them both in different ways, okay? And so I'm like, cool. Now we then see Phil at home taking out photos of Charity, okay, at his house, because again, white dude gonna come home to the house. But then, Charity stops by. She, like, he got her ring back. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna need this for your little white Judy. You think I'm happy about this? You think this makes me happy? Negro, I don't know. I don't know what you feel. I don't even know if you like oxygen, even though you like to breathe, okay? Take this ring and leave me be, boy. And he like, look, no, keep the ring to remember that I will always love you, okay? I love you, Cherry. If you love me, why would you do this to me? Why would you do this, okay? He said, look, Bob made me do this, okay? If I didn't marry her, he would not give me the church, and I could not let go of 20 years worth of work. I could not do that, Charity. Oh, but you can let me go? And she like throws the ring back. I'm like, you let your whole family go. You cannot be upset with a stranger who betrays you when you betray your whole family. Your bloodline, girl, bye. Okay? So we then see Rick Fox calls Grace. I know why Bob is here. I know why Bob wants agents. I figured it out. Okay, I'm on my way. He like, look, a year ago, Bob bought a house in whatever city there, okay? But he ain't never moved in, okay? He also had made tons of donations to all these local charities. She's like, what are you doing that for? Is he trying to, like, set up a residence here? He's running for Senate. And so he's trying to have a home there. I have roots and all these things. And now I have a whole multiracial church. Okay. So he would be like a political unicorn. You know what I'm saying? I have all these. I'm like, not a political unicorn. So he only wanted Calvary to make it seem like he's really into the community. He's really into all these things, so that he can win a Senate seat. And they like, that is not fair. If he did that just for a seat, that's that's not a good thing. We have to expose him. We have to expose him. But you know what I'm saying? I can't. What should we do? I wish I knew this before I gave them my church. And then Rick Fox then say, just have some faith, which is shocking because Rick Fox hate church. So him telling her to have faith was like, oh, okay, he's a little bit different, okay? He at least knows that God can give her faith. But as they talking, her phone rings and she has to go home. Why? Because Bishop and May now has planned a quick wedding. Even though he's going to go down to City Hall, he also wants, the family to be there, the kids and the grandkids and whatnot. But I'm like, everybody beefing. But Bishop and May was like, I told you, it should just been me and you. He like, no, the whole family needs this. We need to be united front. But we know, Zora up there calling Sophia skank. Jacob was pissed at Karissa because she cheated and gave him chlamydia. Carissa's upset because Jacob is not fighting for their marriage and wants to not get divorced. He just wants the divorce, and she keeps talking to him. And then when he like him saying, I don't care, get the lawyer. I'm not wasting money on nothing else. Get it over and done with. And she's like, dang, he really he don't care about me, or he does not. Everybody pissed at Charity. We all are pissed at Charity. But Bishop tell her, I still want you here. You are my daughter. Charity, get in the car. You are my daughter. I said, well, come on now, Bishop. But then when Sophia comes outside, and they're like, where's AJ? I don't know. He's not, I looked for him in his room. He wasn't in his room. Okay, so then Grace like, okay, I'll go find them. And so she's like, AJ? And she's like, a little bit of water running in the bathroom. And so she's like, baby, she's knocking on the door. And she know because the door locked. And she know he in there. And she knock. And he's not answering. And then she bust the door in. AJ is in the bathroom. This boy done slit his wrist. I was like, no. And Grace is screaming, help! Somebody help! Call 911! Call 911! Why would you do this? Why would you? And she's just bawling. Because as you see, I ain't gonna show too much of y'all, but you know what I'm saying? But she's just holding him in her arms, as he's on the floor, with his wrist slit and everything. And I'm like, damn. So it seems as if he was just kind of a tortured soul. I'm assuming he did. Okay, because he had been there for a while. Because he locked himself in the bathroom. So he'd been bleeding for a minute. And it was like, blood all over the floor. And so she's like, no, why? And she's just oh so sad. And that's how it goes off of Grace holding her son after he done slit his damn wrist and committed suicide in the bathroom of the house. I don't think Bishop and Meg gonna get married today. Not today. Anyway, that was the whole episode. Okay, do not forget to like, the comment, to share. To follow me on IG and on Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. Okay, peace.